I am fully expecting at some point for my internet to disconnect during this, which is probably going to be a pain in the ass, but you know what, we will deal with that when we get there. I'm just going to turn down the volume on my end, because that is a tad loud. I don't really play online much. I usually reserve this game as something I just do casually with friends. I've played online enough to get my VR to over 3,000, which is okay, I guess. I'm hoping the connection is going to be fine. I'm okay with doing Excite Bike to start off something nice and simple, you know? Sounds like that's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're just gonna do that, something nice and simple. It's gonna be that or Sydney Sprint. It's probably gonna be Sydney Sprint, in which case I've got to have my A game on right now because, I don't know, man, the tour tracks, so the tour tracks are very, narrow and kind of like straight liney. There's not really a whole lot of divergence in them, and that's because, like, you have auto steer on for all of them, right? So it's a little bit like, they're kind of a nightmare to navigate in Mario Kart. But let's see what we get. I do get the feeling it's going to be a tour track. Of course, it's Sydney Sprint. I mean, I suppose Sydney Sprint out of all the Mario Kart tour tracks is like the nicest one. So I'm not too mad about this. A lot of Americans in this lobby, so I'm expecting some lag on my end. See, I always think there should be a shortcut there. Oh. Someone back through that? No, never mind. We're not doing too well on the item boxes. Oh, we barely hit the double. Alright, let's use that. Oh, that is off-road. Never mind. Let's just waste mushrooms. I don't like the tour tracks, to be honest, but you know what? We'll play them. They're alright. I was kind of hoping to save that for, I think there's another grass cut coming up here in a second. I was kind of hoping to save it for that. Oh, I took that a little too tight. I don't know why I even tried to go for that. But you know what? We stole one of their mushrooms, so that's not too bad. Ah, this is awful. All the boxes are getting sniped, but I guess I'm kind of being greedy, and I keep trying to go for the doubles. Alright, let's... We got a shock and a star at the end. We got fourth. That wasn't a bad recovery. I didn't really have a better time to use that. There were so many mushrooms that got dropped, though. Only shock in the game came right at the end. The council has chosen. I don't know why you're saying let's wait for more players, my guy. Like, we can't do that here. It's just based on a timer. Watch it, like, end up being, like, the one random dude. Or one the TikTok clocked. It's gonna be one of them, right? Democracy doesn't matter in this game. I was so scared it was about to be TikTok clock. You have no idea. Alright, I can't really do any of the decent cuts on this map. I also didn't see what engine class we were playing. I'm hoping it's 150. This feels 100-y to me. No. Alright, let me get some coins. I could do with some more coins. I've only got like 3 of them. Oh, that's unfortunate. I got trailed. Oh, I'll chain that. Let me get some coins. Hey cat, how you doing? Oh, I meant to hold that. Oh, I missed. Oh, that was horrible luck. It's cold and you need a blanket? Oh my god, I bet it's colder here, to be honest. I want more coins. I'm going to get no coins. No, shit. Oh my god. That was bad. Let's just use this now. Oh, you little bitch. Come on, get me a shot, get me anything. Oh, that was unfortunate. We had like rotten luck there. Especially when we lost that double box at the end. Also, that shock when we started using the gold. Actually disastrous. You feel like you're being a little bitch. It's fine. Everyone's used to like different levels of like heat, right? So sometimes it is just like a case of like, you know, if you grow up in a warmer climate, what's cold to somebody might be warm to somebody else, you know? Like, I think that is like where you're from. I think that is like the same thing. Like, some of our summer days like drop to what I understand are some of your winter days. Like, we were getting like, well, not summer, but like we were getting like days where it was like, you know, 10 to 12 degrees Celsius outside, right? And that's like, that's just like, you know, that's like late summer, early autumn kind of weather for us. I mean, I think I prefer living in a cold country because it's easy to warm up. You can put on more layers, but you can't take off your skin layer if you're too hot. Oh, I mean, you can, but you might not enjoy the effects of it. I'm gonna take the slightly longer route. Oh, darn, I should have gone for the double. I would have had it. I mean, this is like a bagging track, right? So it's kind of fine to, like, not be near the front. Ideally, I want to be middle pack near the ends with mushrooms, so... I can, like, break through. Homie used that boomerang to break all of my reds. That was horrible. I don't know why I even threw that. That's like a really, like, I can't believe I got a single green in fifth. That is a really bad pull. You know what? I'm fine with this. You know what? This is an amazing pull. Nice. Nice, nice. I took third in that. I got the golden and then I got the triples. I knew that was my race to have. I'll take third. That is good placement. Yoshi Falls. This isn't Yoshi Falls. Is this Yoshi Falls? I can't remember this name of the track. If you can have mushrooms on the last or second to last set, it's so easy. Alright, let's go Daisy Circuit. I am totally down for some Daisy Circuit. Let's go Daisy Circuit. I wouldn't mind doing some 200, honestly. 200 is fun. that's unfortunate. I missed the first set. Is anyone going to boost through the shortcut? I don't think he knows how to break through that thing properly. Oh, that was disgusting. Let me back throw this to be a little bitch. Oh my god, I just realized the guy in front of us is the FNAF purple guy. Oh, oh, there was a little bit of lag there. I don't think it actually hit on his screen because he almost overtook me in the end. His fucking VR is 9,000. What the heck? He is so high compared to me. That is insane. I don't really want to play Neo Bowser Silly. I might be okay with Tokyo Blur. Oh no, I'm talking to the purple guy. Did you know that breakfast being the most important meal of the day is just a theory? Sweet. Kinder Bueno is like a fantastic chocolate. You know what is really nice? Kinder Bueno milkshakes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that was... I don't know how I got that dub. I don't really want to reroll my items, so I'm just going to try and front run. What hit me? Like, no, like actually what hit me? Can I get the replay on that? What? Come on, shock dodge, shock dodge. I don't know how the red shell could have hit me though, because I had a green shell on my ass, it would have protected me. The only thing I could think, which I will have to rewatch the VOD on, is, okay, number one, it's lag, and someone hit me with a green shell which just didn't show up on my screen. Or, alternatively, someone like perfectly sniped a banana peel, and possibly it also lagged and didn't show up on my screen. Either way, I'm just blaming lag for that one. I mean, like, the Mario Kart netcode is actually, like, fucking hilarious. Like, the reason the game plays so buttery smooth is that it just flat out, like, guesses what the other players are doing. Because it can't send and receive data that fast. So it pretty much just puts players where it thinks they're going to be, then confirms whether that's true or not. It's really clever, but it's also really stupid. Hi, Ma. Thanks for dropping by. Honestly, I didn't even pay attention to what track got selected, and I didn't, like, notice it was Grumble Volcano until, like, 3 seconds into the race, when I recognized the turns. Alright, we are kind of hanging in there. I'm not going to try and snipe him, I'm going to just go for second, because it's going to be way safer. You bought a meal deal. I am so jealous because I really want a meal deal. Sorry, I was really focused during that race because I was front running for a lot of it. So I was just like hyper focus mode. Like, I think I drove pretty well during that. I think getting the boombox helped a lot as well. The blue shell dodge, really nice to have. In the end, like, the reason he took me over is because there was a point where I just messed up my driving, which is when I let go of my drift too early in the, the tunnel, and I drove over the off-road, and it gave him enough time to overtake me. So really, that was like a decent race. I can only blame myself for losing it. And the fact that he'd managed to smuggle the mushroom to first as well also helped him, because it meant that he could get distance on me after the jump section. Alright, we're in France. Let's go. I am choosing this way to get the double box. Mid-pack is like a disgusting place to be in this game, man. You know what, I need to make up ground. I can get some power items, but I think I just need to make up ground here. Oh, come on! This is not going well at all. Someone shock or something, please! No. I was so hoping to shock dodge at the end there. I was like, please just shock dodge, just shock dodge. Please, someone just shock dodge. I had stars, I had ghosts, no one had a shock. I feel like I'm the only person on this lobby who's not gonna pick Coconut Mall, because I'm still salty that I lost Iceland for Paris. Alright, let's find out. Which version of Coconut Mall are we going to? That would have been a perfect YouTube short had it picked Snowland. Can you imagine that? Want the gay one? Don't we all? Oh, that was like a really good triple green. Oh, okay. That was dickish of me. I was kind of hoping to save that for the cut, but I guess we're going this way now. Ooh! Oh, shock dodge! We got the sock dodge! We're in third with a star. That's okay, that's okay. We got a glider dodge. We got it! Nice! Nice, we got a shock dodge, then we got a glider dodge. Which I only recently learned was a thing. If you get shocked during a glider, they patched it so you no longer fall out of glider when you get shocked during a glider. So if you get shocked during a glider, you still shrink, but you don't lose your momentum. So I learned glider dodging was a thing, and it's like honestly the best feature. Hey Blink, welcome to the stream. Oh, I got a little bit lucky in that one. What should be like the one, like, not even the random, it's gonna be the donut planes person. No, I'm gonna keep on calling this out till I find something, BS that happens. I don't care, every single Rainbow Road is retroactively Rosalina's home turf. I feel like that might have been the person I blacked through the green at earlier. I definitely need some more coins. Give me them delicious coins. Oh, you little bitch! Oh, he had a mushroom. I hit him and that was not advantageous to me. Wait, what? Alright, let's take this one tight now. Oh shit. That one sucks. I know exactly what. Oh, I knew it! I knew it, you sneaky little bastard! Oh my god, how many items have I lost to booze this race? Oh no 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 no! Roulette lag is real! How many items I lose to booze that race? Oh, that one was painful. I lost so many items that race. That was actually really funny. So chat, did anyone actually end up buying anything on Black Friday? I want to know what your purchases are. I have purchased some new PC parts, but I've just got to find some time to put in now. Got a new processor, got some new RAM. Gonna get a few more years out of this PC before I upgrade. Unless I become super rich out of nowhere, in which case I'm just gonna upgrade immediately. But I'm jumping from a Ryzen 5 1600X to a Ryzen 7 5800X. So I'm literally going from the very first series of AM4 chips to the very last series. It's basically like the equivalent of going from a PS1 to a PS4. Okay, that's hyperbole. It's basically going from a PS3 to a PS4 Pro. I've also got some more RAM. I'm going to be jumping from 16 to 32 gigs. It's 16 quad channel to 32 dual channel, but the speeds are faster on the new set, so... I don't know what hit me. How to miss all of those blocks? Holy shit. Oh shit, I've just completely lost control of my dude. I always like feel like I should be able to... Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, I'm getting dicked on! We're on 11th though, we're gonna get some good pulls, right? Okay, I'll take a recovery to 6th. That's not too bad. Like, that could have gone a lot worse, given that we were, like, stuck in 11th during the second lap. Although I think the ending was kind of just down to driving. Items didn't really matter there. If I had, like, a good item pool, I probably could have pulled further. Like, if I had another set of mushrooms or something. I feel like the thumbnails for the various tracks like just show like the guys at Nintendo who do the graphic design for this game make such good YouTubers because all of these thumbnails look like something you'd click on in a YouTube video. Like, no joke, my VOD style thumbnails partially kind of inspired by what they do here. Partially. The one person who picked Vancouver. Does anyone actually like this one? Well, apparently we found the one person who does. I completely missed that boost. I was messing with my loop deck. I was not paying attention. It's fine, we're just bagging, right? Wait, hang on a second. How did I somehow still manage to deploy my... the best boomerang in the game ever? Oh, you little bitch! Fuck you. I purposely hit them as a fuck you, honestly. Oh my god, I can't see shit. Oh shit. I don't like this track. Very glad to be done with it. Who picked it? There's a 12,000 VR person in my room. Oh. I don't really like... I'll do Mario Kart Stadium, I guess. I haven't played enough Merry Mountain to be comfortable picking it. Maybe that's why I don't like the tour tracks, because I don't play them enough to actually be comfortable with them. Besides a couple of them, I really don't tend to like them. And I think the only reason I can tolerate like the ones I do is because I think they were in the games when Tour came out, and I actually played Tour for a spell. When I say I played Mario Kart Tour for a spell, I played Mario Kart Tour for like God, like a week maybe, and then I dropped it. Okay, we'll take it. I don't think it's not getting any more updates, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, give him my mushrooms. Oh shit. Oh, that's unfortunate. I landed on a dude with a star. Alright, this has been a messy lap one, but you know what? We recover from this. Oh, 6 mushrooms. I will take that with a side of fries. Oh my days, please. Alright, come on, come on. How did I not take over anyone with that cart? That was painfully bad. We did gain 1 point though. We will take our 1 point. We will nurture it. We will care for it. We will feed it from our very own teat. How an AI can have a teat? That is up to your imagination. But that is what we are doing. Yay, it's me. I'm the course captain. This is cruise control. Fucking hell. I, like, lost it there. I had to, like, do so much fucking recovery. Oh, I really wanted to keep that one. That one hurts. We're going for it anyway. Oh, come on. Oh, the bullet at the end. The bullet at the end. No. The fucking blue shell just came and bonked all of us. Oh my god. Ugh, I don't really like any of these choices. I'll do Dolphin Shoals because it's like the best of a bad situation. There's some fun cuts you can do at the end. I see a tour track and I instantly go, ugh. I like to imagine that much of the online community are people who just didn't buy the DLC, but still want to play the new tracks. So they just go online to play them. No, not Athens. Not Athens, please. Please spare me. Oh, that was a bitch-ass move. Oh, this is the part where I get beat the fuck up by absolutely everything! This seems like I've done it before. We are not ranking highly in this track. Especially if we keep on bonking at the end. We have lost. No. No. That was... Oof. That one hurt. That one stung. The blue shell just, like, did nothing for me. I'm picking the worst track in the game. Fuck you guys. Like, so many people think this is like the worst track in the game. It's like, oh, the worst DLC track in the game. It's like, why? Because the grass texture isn't like highly detailed. Because it's like a solid color. Like, who gives a shit? It looks decent enough to me. And it's still a fun track to play on, even if it is like a basic figure 8. I enjoy it. People like bitch and moan about this track, but I think it's a great track. I have fun on it, that's the main thing. It's got a nice little cut at the end as well, so like, this is a nice track for bagging. Oh, I messed up the cut. Oh well. I am so glad I didn't use that there. I feel so bad for back throwing that boomerang at the end there, because I'm pretty sure I cost someone a placing. But so many people behind me had mushrooms, I just felt like I had to. So you know what, we'll take it. I really wish you could just pick your preferred engine class and it wasn't based on the room rank. Because I would love to just, like, play 200cc lobbies and just get really good at 200cc on every single track. I would play this game a lot more online if it had that option. This game's online is like decent, but it could be better. I guess maybe the reason they don't is because they don't want the 50cc lobbies to be completely desolate. I think in Mario Kart DS, which was the one that introduced online, I think it was like set to always be 100cc or 150. I'm pretty sure it was just like a fixed rank. I actually have a fun story about Mario Kart DS online. So when I was a kid, I didn't really have Wi-Fi. Well, when Mario Kart DS was out, the line in our house was still a wired only line. This was kind of during the time in the UK where Wi-Fi would cost you extra. So I learned that McDonald's started doing free Wi-Fi. So what I would do is, whenever I was with my dad, occasionally he would take me to McDonald's with Wi-Fi, and while I was there, we'd have some food, and he'd let me play Mario Kart DS online. Like, my dad was the greatest guy ever. Like, honestly. But it's kind of funny thinking back that I was just the kid who played on McDonald's Wi-Fi. Oh, I am so fucked. So that's the story. I was the kid who played on McDonald's Wi-Fi. Oh no, my dad was amazing though. He passed away not too long ago, about a year and a half ago. And so sometimes I just remember like really like fun little things from my childhood that we did, and like it puts a little smile on my face. I know it's probably getting into a little bit too much detail for what's supposed to be a casual stream, but I really hope like you guys enjoyed that story. Oh, he was an absolutely like nice man. No, not perfect by any stretch. I'll just say that he was not perfect by any stretch. I think even he could admit that. Like, but he always had his heart in the right place. Even if he didn't always come to the right solution, he always meant well by his actions. And actually, kind of the cool thing about telling stories about him online is that it kind of just like archives that, you know? Like, so, like, even though he's passed away, like, that story is just kind of out there now for people to find. And that's kind of cool. Anyway, we'll stop the depressing episode of Sinister Pixel and we'll get back to having fun. Fun, silly willy fun. So I see a surprising lack of fun with the small silly willy. That's about average. I hate that voting system. Okay. Is this a track with Womp Skip? I forget. I was trying to aim for the Yoshi who just aggressively punished that Luigi for no reason. Oh my god, please. No! I'll take the shock dodge! Oh, take the shock dodge! We take the shock dodge! Oh my god. I need to have like a counter for when I play Mario Kart 8, which just counts how many shock dodges I get. Because I feel like it's been quite a lot tonight. I would go with either Yoshi Island or Dragon Driftway. I had like a moment where I couldn't decide which one I wanted. I feel like the majority of people are going to go with Dragon Driftway just because it's like... No, Yoshi's Island just because it's newer. I will honestly take either. I don't care. You'll start it now? No, next time I do it, I'll have a counter. I can literally configure a counter on my loop deck, which will just increment a number up one every single time I press it. Or if I want to get really technical, I can hack my Switch and have it pull out RAM data and check whenever a shot goes off while I'm in Boo or Star or Bullets. Or Glider, I guess. Hey Lakitu, are you going to start the race? Oh, definitely get me banned online. I don't think this race is gonna start. I think someone in this lobby has a really sucky connection. Mario Kart, wait! Da 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 da. This race is like my brain cells. Fucking hell. Oh. We're going. Oh shit, I did not get the trick and I went too tight as a result. Oh shit, there's like so many instances there where I was like, I'm gonna hit something. I just double tapped my mushroom. That was a really shitty bell. Honestly, I was just kind of hoping to dodge with that. I could do something so dickish here. And you know what? I'm not gonna do it. No, no, no. I lost about 3 ranks at the end there because I got hit by the red. This is the worst music to play. I think, guys, look at the map. Look above me. Do you think you can tell which player is lagging? We made it through the whole race, then the results were like, nah, you're out of there, mate. You're out of there. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna get another drink and take a bathroom break. So you guys have like 5 minutes. Go grab a snack, take a bathroom break, whatever you need to do. Thanks a lot for waiting, everybody. I am back. I hope you all had your lovely break. No, we'll do, do you want to do, should we do regional? Just to see if we can get a little bit more of a stable connection to the world. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to change up the car. I'm going to run Inkjet. Where is Inkjet? Ink Striker, that's the one, right? Yeah. How's the vodka? I was going to say something ever so slightly culturally insensitive, but I believe I will not. Wow, I've joined this race is on lap 1 of 3. Alright, let's stare at Mia on the fucking Scooty Puff Jr. I don't know what it's called, but have you guys ever watched Futurama? Like, do you guys know what that reference is? Like, so Fry had to, like, save the world. And he was given, like, a small, basically like an intergalactic tricycle called the Scooty Puff Jr. And, like, it broke down when he had to escape, because obviously it was, like, supposed to be, like, a kid's toy. And basically, without spoiling too much, he goes back in time to try and change his past when he never comes to the future. Meets Nibbler, who's it's his people who recruit him to do the mission. And like before, he doesn't change the past, but before his timeline gets erased, he goes, just remember that Scooty Puff Jr. sucks. And then it's like, the narrator says like, oh, once again, Fry infiltrated the infosphere and set off his mighty bomb. Although this time, and you see him fly out, and he's on the thing, it says like, and on the side it says, the Doombringer, Scooty Puff Sr. Oh, it's such a good scene. I would play it, but I don't want to get copyright struck. But go look up that scene. Or just watch Futurama. It's a great show. If you have never watched Futurama, go watch it. I'm pretty sure it's all on Disney+. I'm invested in, like, poor Mia now. Stuck in 10th that whole fucking race. Literally, I don't think her pole position actually changed at all. I don't like any of these. I really don't like any of these. There are clones in this lobby. Look at that. Like either side of me in the purple outfits is clone. Oh, hang on, you can't see one of them. Let me just. There we go. You can kind of see it now, right? Can you see it behind me? Yeah. Can I put my head back now? This really hurts. I have to try and remain in frame when I do that. HD and HDK. What names? Honestly, I definitely think regional lobbies just work better for me. I know people will argue that regional lobbies are easier to play in. Personally, I don't think so. I think maybe they get easier to play in if you're a higher ranked player because of the less varied player pool. You're more likely to run into lower ranked players. Oh, that is unfortunate. Alright, we pulled third. Nice. We take that. There's a 30... Okay, anyone who says that these lobbies are easier, there's a 30,000 VR player in this lobby. Everyone else is 4 digits. It is easier for the 30,000 player. For us, we have an uphill battle to climb. I'm telling you now, it is not easier for the little man. We have Gomar and Gomar. How did I miss those boxes? Alright, I'm gonna try and do this cut with one shroom. Nailed it! Oh, that felt personal. We can do mushroom cut here, though. Oh, shit. I did mushroom cut very badly. Oh, you're a little bitch back throwing wars. I pulled third, but... Oh. Oh. It's the 30k player. He had the nerve, he had the balls to back through all of those. The man had cojones. There's like 2 sets of twins in this lobby, and it's scaring me. Sweet Rainbow Rod. Was that dickish of me? Yes. But you know what? Lag compensation means it did not hit him. Oh, come on. Oh, in my dying breath, I beat him the fuck up. Oh, we're front running, let's go. We're front running, we've got some really nice items for front running. Oh! I'll take second. I'm kind of annoyed because I was front running through so much of that. If that shock had come half a second earlier, I wouldn't have lost all my momentum. But you know what? We'll take it. I'll do Sky Garden. I feel like we gotta get Rainbow Road though. I'm still pissed off we didn't get GBA Rainbow Road in this. That is by far my favorite Rainbow Road. I'm probably biased. Okay, here are the tracks I really wish we'd got in this game. GBA Rainbow Road, GameCube Wario Stadium, sorry, Wario Coliseum, even. Wario Coliseum would have been so good in this game. GBA Lakeside Park would have been a really good one. There's a couple of DS tracks I wouldn't have minded either. Honestly, part of me thought we might get DS Rainbow Road. I wouldn't have minded that. Oh, we Toad Factory. Toad Factory would have been a really good shout for this game. Especially if they made the last jump a glider section, and they made it so like the, you know the skip you can do on modded like 500cc? If they made it so you could do that skip with the glider. Oh, you know what? I just remembered something really stupid that happened to me on this track recently, which I actually took a video of, so I'm going to show you guys after this. Oh, shit. That's a shame. If I had come out a second earlier, I might have been able to pull first. Okay, I don't think it's that stupid thing which happened to me on this track now or later. I don't think I've actually, like, posted it anywhere. I'll do it later. I'm actually enjoying this lobby. I'll probably do like a few more games and then just kind of call the stream. I don't particularly feel like doing a lot of streaming tonight. I kind of want to just chill a little bit, so we'll do a few more games and then I'll probably just like call this a short stream and just chill, because I think I just kind of want I kind of want to chill tonight. I've been high energy the last couple of days and I need time to crash. I took a little bit of time to slow down earlier, but I don't think it was enough. Okay, there's literally 4 people in this one. They've got the voting power. They're the same person, they have the voting power. Of like half a lobby. I'm using me as a podcast. I was actually thinking of starting up my old podcast again, but I had like an idea for a different sort of format. I don't mind talking about it if people are curious. I would be interested to know if like anyone's actually interested in that. So I used to do a podcast called Push to Talk. It was back in the Payday 2 days. It was basically just me and a couple of friends just basically talking shit about gaming. There was no real direction to it. In the end, we just didn't really record them enough, and people in the group lost interest. And I basically ended up being the person left to... to put it simply, the podcast doesn't exist anymore, but I have been told by all parties involved that the name of the podcast is mine. If I want to revive it and do something with it, I can use that podcast name. So it's pretty much what my plan is. That or rename the podcast. I'm not exactly sure what direction I want to go with it right now. But what I'm thinking is, the podcast is going to be a VTuber focused podcast, where basically I will have VTubers on as guests, and all people taking part in the podcast will... Skill issue? Hi, King. Basically, all people who participate in the podcast will actually be in character. So if your VTuber has lore, if your VTuber is like an OC, your own character, like its own character, you basically take part in the podcast in character. And it's an interview between 2 VTubers in character. You want to see it? I mean, I'd be down. I've got to find, like, VTubers who want to participate in it. I think it would mostly be, like, smaller VTubers, so it'd kind of be a nice way for, like, people to network. And plus, I know there's a lot of VTuber podcasts, but I don't think many, if any, people are covering this specific niche. So I thought it'd be fun. I don't know if I'd stick with the name Push to Talk, or if I'd get something more VTuber related. Is your inner nerd VTuber showing up? What do you mean? I mean, I'd probably like do a trial run with like some people I know, because one of the cool things about Threads is that I have met a lot of people in the VTuber space. Oh, he had to compensate for that. Got him! Barely pulled first. Get the Skelly Man? I don't think he has lore. I'd have to check it with him, but I don't think he actually has lore. So I don't know. I don't know how good that would be. He is just cool. Like his model is honestly so good. Like I'm so happy for him, but I also at the same time have to admit I am extremely jealous of him. Because his model came out so good. I don't know how much he spent on it. He hasn't like divulged that information to me, but I imagine it was a fair amount. Like, it's not the most complex model, but it has more moving parts than mine. Yeah, it has a very distinct art style. Like, okay, so I don't mind talking about 2.0 here because it's a little while off, so nothing I'm gonna say is really finalized. But the art style that I will be going for is a little more anime than my current one. But the reason I'm going with it is because it's not like really generic anime art. It's got a really distinct style to it. Like, the artist who I've spoken to about it is really like fucking like distinct in her art. But no, I like it when people aren't afraid to do distinct styles on their VTubers. On a side note, I have fucked up. Alright, we'll pull second. That's fine. Yeah, but no, I guess I can talk about it because I am on the wait list of an artist, of a artist from Rigger. But it's gonna be a while until that all happens. I am really looking forward to it though. I need to actually like write up my spec properly. But I have like a lot of cool ideas. I can tell you like a couple of the ideas I have. Like, so one thing I have is eyes, which are going to, my eyes are going to change color. You need to start streaming, Kat. Like, I've honestly, like, when I first met you, you said that you were going to start streaming like a couple of months. Then you never did. I will have legs. I will actually have a full body. Like, honestly, if life's happening, like, I say just, like, you don't have to, like, make your debut perfect. Fucking, I know some people who have really awesome models now who just started, like, with Vroid, right? Like, with, like, some that software which lets you make your own model. And, like, that's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of pressure these days, especially in the content creation space, to try and match the big content creators. Like the second, like, you need to put your best foot in the door, otherwise you're never going to, like, no, that's not a thing. Just want to make a layout pretty. My first layout looked like it was made in MS Paint. Okay, it wasn't quite that bad. But you know what? Everyone needs like that era, their scuff era, right? I had it. Sometimes I feel like I'm still having it. I also never know what the fuck to do. Just stream something you like. If you're playing a game, like literally, streaming doesn't have to be more than this is a game I feel like playing, I'm going to play it, but I'm just going to go live on Twitch and talk while I play it. That is literally all streaming has to be. Like, you don't have to, like, think, oh, what am I going to play tonight? What? Like, there's stuff which I'm planning on streaming, sure, but tonight I just wanted to play some Mario Kart, so I just said, fuck it, I'm going to stream it. That's literally how I got here, and it's fine. Sometimes you'll have plans for games to stream, sometimes you'll just say, fuck it, I want to stream this game. So how much Portuguese throwing am I allowed to do? I think you'd get away with as much as you felt was necessary. Like, literally, streaming is... I'm gonna, like, really fucking piss people off by saying this, I think, but streaming is just playing a video game with extra stats. Like, and you can make a million excuses to not do it, But ultimately, you're just screwing over yourself, right? You're just like delaying yourself. I want to try something. I also need to reset anything. Then do it. Like honestly, you can configure OBS in like 20 minutes. Here's what I'm gonna say. If you want to start streaming, like, throw together a stream layout in GIMP, or just don't use one, because a lot of people just don't use one. I have like layouts, but like they're not like really graphically intense. Oh. I am just fucking going right now. You're a bloody Dad. I'm gonna say something like harsh that I think you'll need to hear then. If you're a perfectionist, you're never going to start streaming. Like, if you're a perfectionist, just forget about streaming now, because you won't ever do it. Because you will always inevitably find a flaw with what you're doing. Like, even now, there's like a million things where I'm like, I had this idea for like a new stream layout. And I honestly could have just stopped streaming until I made it. Like, when I got sick, I thought of it, and I thought, hey, I might just stop streaming until I make it. I just came back with my current one. But I had like this idea for like some cool new graphical assets I could make. It's like, I'll just make them when I want to. Like, I'll just use what I have for now, and then when I get some time, or when I feel like it's about time, I'll just rip the band-aid off and do it. Rip the band-aid off and do it. Like, honestly, don't worry about perfectionism. Don't worry about scuff. I can name half a dozen streamers I watch, big and small, who have so much scuff in their streams, it's unfunny. I can name VTubers and streamers who, like, put out, like, some of the stuff they put out is like extremely low quality, but it's still fun to watch because they're having fun. Yeah, Amelie is the queen of scuff. And you know what? Erin, who has been in this chat before, she also has a lot of scuff in her streams. Like, I call her the princess of scuff. But you know what? She's owning it. Oh, that's bad for first, good for me. Me and Daisy just out here with a duel of fates. All right. Ooh, I saw Daisy right next to me at the end. I was freaking out. Honestly, rip the band-aid off. Here's the thing about perfectionism, especially when it comes to content creation. You are always, 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 always going to find something you can do better. Like, you could literally sit there for the next week designing these beautiful layouts and, like, you know, making transitions, what have you. But I guarantee you, you would look at it after you were done and you would find something you hate about it and you would put streaming on the back burner again with this, like, idea that you want to just jump into streaming. Perfect. You know what? Sometimes people just don't notice the flaws you notice. I remember I had so many people, like, some of the worst layouts I had so many people, like, saying they love the layout. I made a layout for a friend a while ago, and, like, I liked it when I, like, made it, but, like, looking at it, like, again, it's like, oh, it's not really my best work. I could have done, like, this different. But you know what? I love it, so that's... Fuck yeah. Just, you gotta get out your head that you're going to be able to come in here like, what's a VTuber who has consistently high quality? Let's say, Shy Lily. Consistently high quality from her. But, you're not Shy Lily. I'm not Shy Lily. The only person who can live up to Shy Lily's standards is Shy Lily. And you know what? I bet even she gets scared about living up to her own standards. Okay, so I'm just kind of focused right now. You got distracted? Oh, it's all good. Nice, we pulled first. I lost Bluetooth on my headphones, on my laptop, and the headphones disconnected. That's fine. I don't know how much of my little, like, spiel you heard. You heard most of it? That's fine then. I got lost towards the end. Okay. I basically said, like, don't jump in expecting to be someone to the standard Shy Lily, because you're not Shy Lily, I'm not Shy Lily. And I said the only person who's Shy Lily is herself, and she probably freaks out about living up to her own standards. I don't actually know what Charlotte's up to these days. I haven't really seen her in quite a while. I think she is still streaming, I just really haven't had time to watch her. I think she's part of the same agency as Fillion now, like they're both in Mystic, right? I don't know. I think, you know why I haven't been keeping up with her recently? I'm not on Twitter anymore, but EU isn't on Threads yet. So she's not been on Threads. If she was on Threads, I'd be following her again. Honestly, once the EU get on Threads, that's fucking it for Twitter. I'll pull second. Second's fine. Especially because the top player in this lobby is 43,000 VR. Come on, big blue, big blue, big blue. Big blue, big blue, big blue. Did you see that? They just threatened us. They said, I'll get you next time. This is my track right here. Ah shit, I meant to go to the top track, I wanted to get more coins. Oh well. Oh my god, I'm... What? Oh, how is this so scuffed? This is my track, I normally nail this track. The second section I normally break away. No! No, no, come on. This is my track. I'm not supposed to lose on this one. This is my home turf. This is the track I like destroy people on. This is the track I pick when I want to go sweaty. It's one of those times my model is not expressive enough to show my facial expressions at all. I think I'm probably gonna like call it after this one. Oh god, that's a horrible track to end it on. This lobby is like out to bully me. I put a banana in 4th. That's painful. Look how far ahead first is. I'll take 3rd. 3rd's a decent pull. I think I'm probably gonna like say that's oh my, there's a 72,000 VR player in this lobby. I am definitely saying that that's a good place for it there. A good place to end it. Because I'm gonna die. There's nothing in particular that I'm drawn to there. You know, I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm gonna finish up. Before I finish up, I'm just gonna show you guys the clip. I was playing multiplayer with a couple of people, and this happened. I'm on the top left, by the way. I just want you to observe the fuckery which occurred with me. I don't know. Lakitu didn't even know what to do with that. Lakitu didn't even know what to do with that, which I find hilarious. But no, that's what happened. I think that's where I'm probably going to call it, to be honest. Hang on, let me just